Welcome to another NQ Ninja video. We'll be looking at the Tuesday, January 27th charts for Nasdaq. And today was a green day, so we actually moved up today. And one thing I want to show you, just really quick here on the daily, is that I had this level at 125-ish or so, like 126. I talk about this on my YouTube post that I posted this morning. Said that if we could get above this area, we'd probably get strength. We did not get it today, but we are getting it in the aftermarket hours here. So we are pushing up at the moment. So we broke above this area of resistance, the daily high resistance. And so my question though is, this candle to me doesn't look the best. It really feels like it probably needs to kind of come back down at some point and push down. So I'll be curious to see how that ends up tomorrow, just knowing that we've really had a lot of resistance at this area. But you know, can't help but see that we most likely are going to kind of make our way up into this zone up here. And so that's what I'm seeing on the daily. Now you'll notice we did have this channel. I'm going to talk about this a little bit. So we had a channel drawn here, and it was being respected pretty well for a while. This is our channel. So we bounced off of it and we got below it. We came up and retested it. But today I actually removed the channel, because if you look at it from the 26th, which was actually yesterday, so this is the 27th candle, this is the 26th, you'll notice what we're doing. All right, so we broke above, and then we really kind of made a higher high. So you can see that these are getting higher, these candles. And so because of that, I was thinking probably up was the way, and it sure enough was. So that's what I saw. And so we're getting that continuation to the upside here currently. I would expect this to continue to push up, you know, to this area. We might even, I mean, we're at 216 at the moment, but we could get to 300s. Again, that's just on the daily. So let's look at the 5-minute and what are some of the things that we can kind of trade off of. So kind of look at the 5-minute. Let's talk about today. So today, first thing I want to talk about is this channel that I saw. Again, I drew this channel because early, actually let's do this on the 15. Here we go. 15 really gives me a better view. So we saw some touches. I want you to notice what's going on. We saw some touches, right? Coming down, bouncing, coming to the top, bouncing, coming to the bottom. We wick below, and that is the 930 candle. So that's why we wick below, just because of volume. Came to the top, right? So it's this continual process, and this is something to notice when you create these structures. So channels are a part of the structure that I use, but let's kind of talk about a trade that I took today. So something I actually took was this morning we broke down out of this channel, and honestly I had a really good feeling of this support zone holding up, just because if I look at this zone down here, it's really held as solid resistance in the past. So since it's been solid resistance, I'm thinking now it's going to be solid support. So this is our first touch down here when we pushed up. This point, one thing I want to show you here. So we come, let me move this so you can actually see what I'm doing. Give me a second. So right here, let me show you this. So this candle pushes up. We break the previous high, okay? This comes all the way up here to here. Once we open another candle right here, we push above that high. So now we have two new highs. We got higher highs going on at this moment, right? So what I would say is at this point is that we are getting strength. And so what I did is actually took my trade off of this, was this trend area right here. Again, I'm not trying to draw it perfectly to the exact point, right? I'm just seeing where all the touches are happening, and I'm just trying to make that my area to say, okay, if we get above that, it might be a really good uh, point to take a trade. So what are we doing here? We're in this channel, and we come up, and then we start to just kind of build liquidity. Once you see that, we're building liquidity. And we get this sometimes to where when we do these liquidity builds, we really get a deep uh, push in the opposite direction before we go make our move, right? So we push down into this zone. We really collected a lot of buyers at this area, and then we push off of that. So once we broke this area right here, got up to this area, and we were really building strength. I actually took a trade around here, around this 2610 level, and rode that all the way up to the top, really this area, which is around 2640. So pretty big play for me. Don't try to get too much into numbers, but that was actually around $3,000 on that particular trade. So I just called it a day. That was on 2 accounts, and just called it a day. So I just want you to notice what we were doing. Again, I'm not focused on the numbers. I'm focused on the process. So what did I see? So again, we have this structure. It's building out right here. You can see it, this channel. And we moved up, and then we really started to kind of build liquidity in this channel. We broke out of that channel. It's really a fake out to then move back up. And, you know, this is one of those things where with prop firms, a lot of folks try to go heavy, and I've been there where I try to go heavy. I'm just trying to move all this off the charts. And you just have to be careful with that, because if you try to go heavy and you get a move like this to where you try to get in. I actually took this the first time we broke, and it came back down. And when it came back down, I cut right here, right? So cut, lost 10 points. That's okay. Let it come down, and I thought, well, maybe we'll get the same thing. We're either going to get a retest of this trend line and then move back down, or we're going to get a retest and then a break up and make higher highs. And that's exactly what we did. So seeing this piece of it with the higher highs was a really good indicator for me. Again, seeing the Nasdaq charts over and over again, these are things that I've noticed. So this is just one thing I want to kind of point out today. And then if you look at just kind of what did we do later in the day, we came back up to the top of this channel. And you can see it here. Move to the top, come back down, right? And we just kind of chop off from there. Now, after hours, you're seeing what we're doing. We're actually breaking out of this channel, which is interesting. I would expect, I don't play after hours, but I would expect maybe some sort of bounce and then up if we want to continue this strength. So that's kind of what I saw today. It did make sense. Again, I did actually start the new YouTube community piece. So if you want to check out my post and actually reply and respond on there, that's a good way to kind of build community. We really would really enjoy that, and hopefully it'd be helpful for folks that are interested in learning how to read price action with zones and some structure. But other than that, I will talk to you later.